And now let's meet the starters. First, for the Creamline Cool Smashers. Outside spiker from the Ateneo de Manila University, number 2, team captain, Alyssa Valdez. Center also from Ateneo, number 12, Gia Morado de Guzman. Middle blocker from the Far Eastern University, number 13, Seth Domingo. Middle blocker from the College of St. Benil, number 14, Jeanette Panaga. Opposite hitter from Turkey, number 21, Hielo Bassa. Outside spiker from Anderson University, number 23, Gemma Galanza. Starting libero from FEU, number 11, Kyla Atienza. Head coach for Creamline is Sherwin Meneses. And now the starters for the Petro Gazz Angels. Center from the College of St. Benil, number 2, Janelle Cheng. Middle blocker from the Far Eastern University, number 9, Ram Palma. Outside spiker from the National University, number 12, Myla Pablo. Middle blocker from Juniata College, number 13, MJ Phillips. Outside spiker from the United States, number 16, Lindsay Vanderweide. Opposite hitter from Bulacan State University, number 20, Jonah Sabete. Starting libero from Adamson, number 1, Bang Pineda. Head coach for Petro Gazz is Raud Ricafort. This game is held under the supervision and regulation of the Games and Amusements Board. It is Creamline versus Petro Gazz.
Your starting lineup for the Cool Smashers: Yellow Basa 17, Domingo 17, Valdez 17, Galanza with 13. 4 players in double digits in the first game of the reinforced conference, so they're going to be a formidable lineup to take on. Meanwhile, 2 players in double digits for the Angels, Vander Weide and Jonas Sabete. 25 and 14 respectively. A lot more need to step up. MJ Phillips, Myla Pablo, obviously. And off the bench, we have Gretzel Soltones, who's a different role now under Coach Raul Ricafort. We'll learn more about that later on as we go on with the game. But
and as the game progresses. But I think this competition or this game right now will be decided on or will be led by the setters, no? In this tournament, you have these 2 setters that are really performing really well, getting all the offense in play. So this is going to be a really interesting match.
Service into the net for Vander Weide. First point for Creamline, probably the easiest point they're ever going to get in this matchup.
That's right. Well, you know, Harrison serve, that's okay. As a coach, you want them to explore their serves and make it into offensive side instead of just putting it on the other side of the net. So I like that. You know.
Galanza with 1 ace against PLDT, serving there. Sabete picking up where she left off, getting the first offensive point.
And also on the offense, at the beginning of the game, you want the hitters to go through all the blocks. No matter how many sets of hands in front of you, go through it.
Palma, one of the new players for Petro Gazz, not part of the 2019 championship team. Only 4 players remain from that team.
So relatively, this is a new team, right?
Relatively new team, that's right. Alyssa scores her first.
That's right, yeah, Alyssa, there you go. That's what you're going to expect with Alyssa. You cannot leave her with just 1 set of blocks, no? Alyssa will take advantage right away.
31% efficiency from the field. Alyssa Valdez. Panaga changed her number to 14. She was 6 in the Invitational Conference. How common is that, Coach, when players just switch their numbers up?
Very rare, buddy. You don't normally do that. Unless, you know, there's superstitious reason behind it. Yeah, we do allow it. You don't see the point, but yeah, sometimes superstition is really important in the game.
Yellow
Basa
knocks it in. Well,
yeah.
It's going to be very weird that there are several players who changed numbers for the Cool Smashers. Seth Domingo, Philka Inglet, Pangs Panaga changed numbers.
Well, we'll find out. That's a good thing to research on later on. But then what I like about Creamline right now is trying to really convert their serves, trying to disrupt the passers on the other side, because right now, compared to their last game, they're really dominating the attack. So that's a very good move to put the serves now as their attacking arsenal.
Let's go courtside to Alexis Tinsay.
Creamline phenom Eliza Valdez with 17 flabbergasting points made us feel like she never even took a break. Recovering from dengue during ABC and sitting out the Grand Prix actually made Lai realize that it's such an amazing opportunity to zoom out and to watch her girls from outside the court. For Lai, she realized that the fans felt joy and inspiration, leaving her so excited to come back and play with them for this reinforced conference. And for this season, the Cool Smashers are both jittery and thrilled to watch all the other teams pump it up with their reinforcements. And given the tight competition, Lai wants to grip on their defending champions title and see it all play out. Let's watch this set 1.
Thank you, Alexis. Set Domingo, 17 points. Service ace there by Basa earlier.
You can see how the Creamline is using their serves, waiting for filling up the 8 seconds allowed for them to serve.
Pablo with the up. Backcourt, Vander Weide. Underhand set there.
I like how they deploy their attack, using strong hits, putting in also roll shots. That's very important. Disrupting the defense right away. And there you go, you made a point right there.
Take a look at Eliza Valdez here. From a different angle, coming down the middle. Phillips.
See, Eric, this is what I was telling you, the combination hits or the combination set plays of the Guzman right here. She loves deploying all those tandem attacks.
That's why she's currently the #1 best setter, averaging 8 excellent sets per set as MJ Phillips knocks in her second point.
For me, that's a good setup. Coming from the first contact, a good pass, Desiree Cheng, seeing the advantage of Phillips, going up before the set and deploying it for her.
Myla Pablo, 8 points in their win against Chocomucho. She averaged 11 points in the Invitational Conference. Valdez again.
Go, Valdez. See, I like that. Wipe off the block. It's not always a hard hit that you can get a point from. But clearly, in her approach, you can see the intention is just wipe it off the block. And that's the sign of maturity, buddy. That sign of maturity.
Showing us the entire arsenal very early,
right.
Coach Babes. Eliza Valdez in her element right now. Vander Weide. That's dug up by Valdez, one of the best receivers so far in the conference.
And that's really a surprising skill that Eliza is now trying to master.
That's into the net, though, for Valdez. Speaking of receiving, 56% receive efficiency for Eliza Valdez in the conference.
You see that 56% will translate into a good set, into a very effective attack. And if she can pull that throughout the league, well, that will be a dangerous team to watch out for, right?
That's #1 in the tournament, by the way, as St. Domingo misses.
That's why I'm always saying, some people, they see Eliza's arsenal as an attacker. For me, it's her mind. It's really her way of approaching the game. She's not settling in and just being the best attacker, but now she's trying to be the best passer.
Lindsay. Domingo will pass it. Gonna be a tough angle for Galanza.
That's right.
Here's a 3-0 run by the Angels. They are within 1 point.
Off-system plays also, you got to watch out for off-system plays. Setters and libero have to be ready for that, Don't set the ball too close to the net. Gives about a meter space so that your attackers can have a space to play around.
Kill block by St. Domingo gives Creamline a 2-point lead here. First technical timeout of the set. Back inside the Phil Sports Arena for our marquee matchup today, featuring the matchup that we saw in the 2019 Reinforced Conference Finals.
You know, Eric, in volleyball, in a set, the most important part of the game is always the first 8 points. You want to be first in that, no? So that's where you all test your system on all avenues. Attack, defense, and of course the serve.
Iris Tolenada right there. A few other PVL players hanging out. Just checking out the action between Creamline and Petro Gazz. What a dig there by Seth Domingo. There's a push by Palma. De Guzman sets it up. Galanza, yes!
Yes, there you go. That's a sign of maturity from Galanza, with still 2 sets of hands in the air, still wants to go for the seam. There you go.
What an angle.
Very good eye.
A mini 2-point run by the Cool Smashers. And they have a 3-point cushion here in set number 1. Cheng, 1-2 play, dug up by Valdez. Galanza again, blocked by Palma. Valdez for coverage. Backcourt attack by Basa. Vander Weide. Whoa! What an angle.
Height alone, you can see that, right? She went through very close set, but she still went over the block. That's it.
And that fell right within the attack line.
Yes,
Coach
very,
Babes.
very difficult to receive. Very short line.
De Guzman sets it up. Panaga! And there's a net touch as well, I think, from Vander Weide.
Yeah. See, although Creamline got the point from an error of Petro Gazz, but still, that's a really good set, in my point of view, you know, fooling or deceiving the middle blocker. That's a legitimate set.
Sabete, rejected. Combination of Basa and Panaga, she had nowhere to go.
If they're going to work that through the blocking system, it will be really going to be a really formidable defense, wall against Petro Gazz.
Cool Smashers had 6 blocks against PLDT. Petro Gazz 8 blocks, but so far, Petro Gazz getting outblocked today here in the first set.
Yep.
Vander Weide. Yes! Lindsay Vander Weide, 38% efficiency. She stands 6'3". That's why she towers over the likes of Panaga.
That's right. You know, you really have to take advantage of her on all sides of the net, left and right wing. No? But, again, they got to use the middles more often. Oh, another wasted serve right there. Again, they have to use the 8 seconds there. No, a little bit more time can set you up and can give you more strategical serve.
Galanza coming off a 13-point performance. It's a 4-point advantage for the Cool Smashers. Pablo dug up by De Guzman. Valdez is blocked by Palma.
One-on-one situation. When you're caught in a one-on-one situation, one attacker against a blocker has to use all the angles. Watch where the eyes of the spikers are leading the attack.
3 blocks for Palma against Choco Mucho. Part of her 5 points in that game. Nice serve. Basa. Oh, wow. Yellow Basa. Basa with 3 points.
You know, this is a luxury for Creamline. Usually, the likes of Basa will always stay on the left side. But because they have Eliza Valdez, you know, and another strong hitter on the other side, they can afford to use Basa on the right side.
Vander Weide blocked. Cheng underhand set. Sabete against 2 blockers. Pancake saved by Panaga. Valdez.
Nice.
No defense
I
from
like
the
that.
Angels.
That's what I like. If you're a coach, you never want to give the third ball, a free ball to the other opponent, no matter what happens. There you go. Eliza will always, you want them to hit on the third ball.
Petro
There
Gazz
you go.
caught
It's still a
flat-footed.
spike. Yeah, it's still a spike. It's still an attack.
How does that happen? You got 6 players on the floor, Coach Babes, as Vander Wyde scores, or Myla Pablo scores, but nobody comes to the ball.
Well, you know, regular people, they see only 6 players there, but you have 9 square feet there, or square meters inside the court. So you still have 3 more spots that you have to protect. No, so that's always, and you're going to be left with the middle one, always free.
Great block by Phillips. No recovery from Tyler Atienza. Petro Gazz making a mini run here.
Those are the off-system plays. Emergency digs. Very difficult to translate an attack from there.
3-point game, 11 serving 14. Atienza. Bad pass,
Okay,
but Basa able to make something out of nothing. Phillips almost put it away. She does.
Very good effort, no? Didn't translate in attack, but that's what you want. Every hit should be pursued. Good swing from Phillips. Right there. No? It didn't translate into an attack, but that's the way to keep the spirit up. Always aggressive, always pursuing for the ball.
Petro Gazz making a run. They are within 2, 12, serving 14. Another poor receive there. Ends up in a
now
free
Petro
ball.
Gazz is seeing now the advantage of taking their time in the serve and translating into an offense.
Basa through the double block. Was the block good enough, or was the offense just better?
Well, the block is not yet positioned in a way that it's a total lock. No? Again, the set there was a 1.5 meter distance, so that will allow any spiker to have an advantage right away. No?
Basa throws a point away after scoring on the attack earlier.
Yeah, seems like he will put all his her energy on the hit.
Sherwin Meneses on your screens. Here's Myla Pablo, 8 points versus Choco Mucho, suffered a lot of back spasm problems in the Invitational Conference. Is Vander Wyde.
The last 2 serve runs from Petro Gazz are quality serves. You can see that it's not an ace, but Milo was able to disrupt the pass, giving the Creamline setter a hard time.
Chance to tie on the Pablo serve. Plenty of service errors actually for Petro Gazz. That's service error number 3. As Creamline takes us again to another technical timeout, up by 2. (16-14), Cool Smashers with a 2-point advantage. As you see Jonathan Nang of Creamline on your screens. And right now, this team going for a grand slam after winning the Open and the Invitational Conference. A win today obviously will be a cap in their cap.
And how they're doing it right now on the first set, that's the ideal way to do it. Don't rush, no? Clean everything, clean your attacks. Be selective on the serve. Oh, that's a good hit.
Vander Wyde, very aggressive on that attack.
Perfect set, perfect position behind the ball, over the block. Actually, she outsped the blockers. She was able to hit the ball before even the blockers get to a position.
Another 1-point game here, Coach Babes. Chance to tie. Vander Wyde off-speed attack. De Guzman will set it up. Here comes Galanza with a push. It's too strong. Unforced error by Creamline ties the game at 16.
Yeah, that was a miscommunication between Galanza and De Guzman right there. Galanza was expecting a long left set. That's a good pass.
Back row for Basa. Here comes Sabete. Into the net. Yes. They give up a point with Creamline back on top.
I like how Creamline is really settling in on the defense. Every single one of them positioning against the hit. If they have a set block right there, everyone from the second line looking for the seam.
Risa Sato, 2 points off the bench versus PLDT.
Good pass from Myla. Good set.
Great dump there by Palma. Here comes Galanza. Pablo with the pass. Cheng to Vander Weide. What a dig, but that wasn't good enough. Domingo sends it outside. The game is tied again.
That's all power, good angle, good power, good speed, everything there. Even though you know that it's coming to you, it's very difficult to control that kind of attack.
Janelle Cheng serving and with a chance to give the Angels the lead. Galanza says not just yet.
She's really taking advantage of her speed. You know, hitting the ball at the right space at the right time against the block.
There's a second point for Galanza. Leading scorer so far for Creamline, Valdez with 4. It's Phillips and Vander Weide with 4 each for the Angels. That's outside for Lindsay Vander Weide.
You know, Eric, we're getting a really treat of a game right here. All the attackers are getting aggressive. You're always like that, you know. This time, at this point, they have to manage their errors. At this point, they have to lessen down the errors on this side. There you go. See, even though it's outside, I like it because she's all out. That's what we like.
Vander Weide tries again. This time blocked by Gemma Galanza.
Well, that's the way to answer. Aggressive hit, aggressive block. And imagine the matchup. I mean, Galanza, only probably around
5'7".
5'7".
5'7" versus 6'3".
See, there you go. So that makes you think, buddy, right? It doesn't necessarily mean when you're small you can't block. It's really about the timing. I like how, if you watching it from this angle, I can see Galanza looking at the steps of her attackers. That's why she times it.
Same tayo. Same tagal naman.
Let's go!
Now this is a 3-point deficit against the Angels. Lindsay Vander Weide, what are the instructions from first-year head coach Ral Ricafort here, Coach Babes?
Well, I think, well, I didn't hear it, but I think what I'm going to do here is continue being aggressive on the attack. Very important. And then settle in the block. Because if they're aggressive in the attack, I can see that Creamline also is aggressive. Set up the block.
Gia de Guzman, 2 points, 32 excellent sets in a 4-set win versus PLDT. Vander Weide off-speed hit. Basa, blocked by Palma. De Guzman underhand set back to Basa. Vander Weide picks it up. Lindsay attacks. What a dig by Atienza, but not high enough for a second touch.
Like I said, persistence on the attack, right? Always swing, always hit. And that's what Vander Weide is doing right now, no? Now, since you're serving, now it's time to set up your block.
Two-time All-American Vander Weide. That's going to be service error number 3 for Lindsay Vander Weide.
You know, again, it's acceptable making 3 errors, serve errors in a set. You want to make that happen in the middle part of the set, not in the last part of the set. 20 to 25, you got to manage it.
3-point lead here for the Cool Smashers. Galanza. Poor pass by Pineda led to that unforced error. It's a 4-point lead for Creamline.
That's right. So there you go. It's again all about management of errors, right? You know, for us, the serve situation is one-on-one. There's always going to be one server and one passer. Everybody just have to be ready.
That's uncharacteristic of Bang Pineda. She averages 6 excellent digs per set, the highest so far in the tournament. Sapete knocks it in. Jonas Sapete did almost everything for the Angels in their last game. 14 points, 14 digs, 11 receptions.
That's right, making her the second best producer in the team, no?
And Gretchen Soltones has settled into her new role, coming off the bench as a service specialist under coach.
Yeah, I think that's a good move. Yeah, I think that's a good move. That's the first skill that you need to get a point from this situation. Good serve.
Good pass though from Atienza leads to a point for Pans Panaga.
I give that to the setter. She knows she only has one-on-one situation there.
Let's take a look here.
That's right, yes. And you know how De Guzman is making the angles on the attack. She's not bringing her middle hitters close to her, 3 meters wide, making the middle blocker of the opponent always tentative.
Cayetano, one of the 3 players with a new number from 13 to 3. Another service specialist this time from Creamline. Oh, Janelle Cheng, miscommunication. She wanted to get Sapete on a combination with MJ Phillips.
Right. Yeah. You know, one thing I forgot to tell you, what I noticed with Creamline last game, they're one of the best communicating teams. You know, every time, they always anticipate and communicate to each other. And that's one thing that we have to have.
5 set points for the Cool Smashers. Underhand set. Pablo attacks. Block. Oh, everything going right from offense to defense. Cool Smashers win comfortably in set number 1 against the Angels.
Very good swing from Pablo, although the blocks right there are set up really well.
Excellent defense by Basa at the net. And a 25-19 first set win by Creamline over Petro Gazz. A 25-19 first set win in 24 minutes for Creamline over Petro Gazz. It was tight almost all throughout the set, but Creamline really had control on both ends.
That's right.
Offense and defense, Coach Babe.
And I think you just have to put in the maturity of Creamline. You know? You can see it from their demeanor. Very patient, very secure, very confident when they're in. And again, of course, the management of errors, we noticed, you know, on the last 5 points, 20 to 25, that's when Petro Gazz gave out a lot of errors, no? But I like how they're being aggressive on the attack, you know? Small things that they have to tweak, nothing to be alarmed about, you know? Clean your communication, settle in with your attack, set up your defense, and I think they can make it. All right, there you go. So we can see here the stats on the first set. You can see, obviously, you know, errors. Errors are the one who made it on the first set. But look at the attack. It's almost the same. 11 points each. Creamline just leading 1 point on the block. But you know, on the block, 1 point makes a very big difference. Now you can see how, well, I can see as a coach, maturity is always seen in the defense. And of course, aces on the serve. Like what we said a while ago, what we noticed, they're really taking their time, giving out so that they can give out a really quality serve, offensive serves against Petro Gazz.
You can see here, Creamline may not have out-attacked Petro Gazz, but they out-blocked, out-served them, and were cleaner when it comes to their errors. A lot less errors. Jonas Abete and the Angels need a lot of work here in set number 2. Was sorted out. Meanwhile, you look at the faces here, said Domingo Galanza right there, all smiles. You have to see how the Angels will settle in and maybe get Pablo involved. That's going to be on the shoulders of Janelle Cheng.
That's
Obviously,
right, yeah.
They're missing the services of Chi Saet right now, Petro Gazz. We'll try to find out if and when she's not even here. She's not even suited up. Oh, there she is. She saw it, but she hasn't seen much action so far today.
Well, second set, it's a sound decision to ruffle up a bit the lineup. You know, that's okay. But again, they have to see the best points that they did on the first set. You know? It's really about, like I said, it's all the small things that they have to tweak. While Creamline, you said that they're smiling. Well, you got to celebrate a small victory, you know? You got to do that, celebrate.
So set number 2 just about to get underway right here at the Phil Sports Arena, Pasig City. Petro Gazz, their backs aren't against the wall just yet, but you don't want to go down 2-0 against the Cool Smashers.
Right, yeah.
De Guzman serving.
Good pass.
Palma. That was tipped by Panaga. The push picked up by Pablo. Palma again. Basa with the up. Here comes Galanza. Into the net.
There you go.
That's going to be 4 touches against the Cool Smashers.
See, we didn't see forced attacks from Palma right there, but that's a good thing to explore the court, right? Make your opponent move.
Overpass. Palma unable to put it away. Panaga trying to save it. Wow.
It's a free ball right there.
What an effort there by Galanza. Pablo block. It goes outside. Myla Pablo is on the board in set number 2. She has 2 points.
Wipe off attack from Myla Pablo right there. You can see it here. I like how Myla uses that, you know. Intentionally not hitting it too fast, just wiping it off the block.
Basa off the block, and it's good.
Good save right there for Basa. It's not a perfect set. It's not a perfect set coming off from the off system, but Basa has a skill of adjusting. And I like how she adjusted and translating it to a point.
1 serving 2, second set. Pablo again, the push. Kyla Atienza, back row attack. Galanza gets it through the block of Palma and Sheng. Pablo, that's picked up by De Guzman. Yellow Basa, blocked by Palma. Longest rally so far. Basa again. Yes!
There you go. You like these long rallies for Petro Gazz as a coach. You like that.
Let's check in with Alexis inside.
Petro Gazz Angel and birthday girl tomorrow, Lindsay Vanderweyde, had a stunning 25-point opener last Thursday, more than discovering that she is half Dutch and half German. I actually got to chat with her and heard that she will look up to their first win as an inspiration for the next coming games, knowing that it will be tougher than the last. With regard to the adjustments to the Philippine volleyball system of playing, what was once difficult is now enjoyable for Lindsay, as the faster tempo leads to finding more holes in the block. Getting down and dirty with spikes indeed brings more fire in the court for this set 2. Let's watch Angels soar high.
Eliza Valdez shortening that rally. And again, Angels unable to cover the extra 3 square meters of floor space.
Well, you know, but I like how Petro Gazz is being patient with how Creamline is delivering the attack. What you expect from Creamline is relentless hitting. So you just have to be patient, no?
Cheng, Sabete.
There he goes. See? Oh!
They're saying Sabete hit it into the antenna
Into
first.
the antenna before the block.
Let's check it here. We'll find out for sure. Yeah, it was.
It looks like, you know.
Before,
it looks like it.
Before it hit Valdez, it hit the antenna first. Right call. But I like how Valdez and Sabete are joking about it now. Right before that serve by Galanza. There's a block. Goes outside. A point for Vanderweyde.
That's a good angle from Chen. You know, use the back row hit. You know, these Creamline teams, you can obviously see there's height on the block, so you better use the back row hit to get more advantage on the hit.
Remy Palma.
I like that, taking her time.
Chance to tie on this serve. 3 serving 4. Basa. Yes!
Check.
I like how Basa keeps going long, coach. Tries to target the back row.
So the angle on the serve, you got to go cross. You can do a straight line, but that one you can have more velocity on the ball, challenging the first ball.
Serve is good. Bang Pineda let it go, and Bang Spanaga scored an ace.
You can see Creamline is a team with a mission in action right now. They're showing it a lot of points or a lot of aggressiveness on the serve.
We saw a lot of that in the first set, Coach Babes, being aggressive with the serve, the Cool Smashers, and it paid off.
Yes. So like I said, you know, if you can put the attack as one of your main arsenals in the serve, you may not get an ace every time, but definitely you can disrupt the system right away. And the effect on the emotional side of the game, right? It can be really, really valuable for you as a server.
Vander Weide had lofty words for Jonah Sabete. She says, I love having Jonah as my opposite, honestly. It takes a little pressure off me from not scoring super well. I know Jonah's going to be scoring super well. That's what Lindsay said about Jonah Sabete.
That's right, yeah. You know, observing the teams playing here, every time our locals are playing well, the reinforcement is, you know, they get the vibe. They pick it up from there, right?
Basa through the double block. Yellow Basa aggressive today. 9 points already.
That's what you're going to expect from her. So again, this is not the first time that Basa has a situation like this. Solid blocks, perfectly positioned in front of her, but always aggressive. And that's what you're going to expect, I guess, for the whole Creamline group.
Yellow Basa started playing with the youth team of Turkey at 14 years old.
Wow.
Very experienced player.
Young age to start. But you see, I like how Petro Gazz is being patient. You know? They just have to do it, you know, be patient, and then eventually, once they make the points, confidence will settle in.
Angels down by 2 on the
serve.
Pablo serve. Valdez with a tip.
There you go. That's a good
Oh,
one.
beautiful play. I mean, if that's Phillips,
That's right.
the coverage was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah, but that was a good move for Phillips, you know. It's almost impossible for the back row to get that ball. So,
Creamline up by 3, 8-5 over Petro Gazz. Cool Smashers keep punching holes into the defense of the Angels as you look at Iris Tolenada and the F2 Logistics Cargo Movers.
which they won a very high motivated game earlier.
That was against Army.
That's Army, yeah.
As said Domingo, unable to get it across. Nine points for Basa, 6 points for Valdez, your leading scorers for the Cool Smashers. 7 for Vander Weide, 5 for Phillips, your leading scorers for the Angels. Basa, yes, she keeps hitting long, and Angels still unable to adjust.
Yeah, well, going back to the points that you were mentioning a while ago, both teams offense are actually balanced at this point, no? But like I said, patience is the key here. No? Patience and just communicate.
9 serving 6, said Domingo.
Good pass from Domingo. Oh,
Vander Weide with a tip.
from Pineda.
Great coverage by Valdez. Here comes Galanza, rejected, it goes outside. Point for the Cool Smashers. Assistant coach Arnold Lanyog and head coach Ralph Ford of Petro Gazz pointing at the second referee, Irish Santos, and now Fernando Velarde and Irish Santos talking it out, but I think the call will stand. The point will still be with the Cool Smashers. There's Fernando Velarde. Oh no, they overturned the call.
What's the call?
And now Coach Sherwin Menezes is asking for clarity. Why the overturn? We still don't have the explanation here. And I think they want Eliza Valdez to talk to Fernando Velarde, the first referee. Okay, we'll... It's on the Galanza attack here.
Yeah. I didn't see any net violation or...
Oh, okay. They're saying Galanza crossed the middle line.
The middle line, yeah.
So there you go.
And the ball is still up.
Okay, so that's your explanation why the overturn and the point was taken away and given to Petro Gazz. 2-point game here. 7-9. Ooh. There's a net violation going to be called against Palma.
Against Palma.
But Vander Whitey got it on the arm. It was so fast, she couldn't react properly.
I can imagine if I have a speed gun here,
yeah,
I would love to know how fast that ball came in.
that would be at the high 90s, that's
probably,
for sure.
Yeah. But it's a net violation.
Good pass. Cheng back to Sapete. Blocked by Basa, but it goes outside.
That's a good answer from Sapete, you know. Always answer with a strong attack. That Galanza hit a while ago was a statement one.
Lindsay Vander Weide, two-time All-American. Has played in Hungary, France, and Greece. Basa rejected.
Solid block.
The Guzman, they go to Galanza. That's outside.
Good eye, good eye. Good block. Well, when Galanza is on the right side, that's not her favorite spot, right? That's not her favorite spot. So what you do is force her to make the mistakes on the block.
Chance to tie on the Vander Weide serve. 9-10. Second set. Basa blocked again.
Wow, that's a second block.
Back-to-back blocks by the Angels, and they tie the game 10-all.
So far, this game is starting to be one of the most exciting. Let's see it from the slow-mo right here.
Basa went all out that time, but Palma was right there, coach.
Well set.
Underhand set by the Guzman. Basa again. Down the line. This time, she took it easy. Didn't put a lot of pace on it.
That's
just strategically placed it.
That's right. They gave her a roll shot. Everybody's on their feet, ready to pounce on the hard attack. Good eye.
And just like that, the Creamline is back on top by 1. 11 serving 10. Set number 2. In case you just tuned in, Creamline winning set number 1, 25-19.
Very good choice from Cheng. Now look at that. Gave out, Cheng deployed the back row. Blockers don't know what to do. No blockers, no threat on the net. Well, there you go. The whole space is for you.
Janelle Cheng, 19 excellent sets against Choco Mucho, really making great decisions on the floor today. 11-all. Service out.
I think that's her first error on serve for this set.
This is what the Angels have to cut down on. We saw how they had 8 unforced errors in set number 1.
That's right, yeah. But in set number 1, 8 unforced errors. But it's not the volume of the error, it's the when it happens.
Right.
The volume and when it happens.
Good pass by Sabete, and Jay Phillips puts it away.
Wow, so far, Cheng. She keeps up with their decision-making right now. This is going to prove to be a really good fight.
The number 1, 2 best setters slugging it out here, the Guzman and Cheng. And they're showing us why they deserve that ranking. 12-all.
I like the serve, how it enters into the passer.
Cheng. Vander Weide back row. The Guzman to Basa. off the block. Yes.
Well, for me, that's a good block. It doesn't have to be always a stock block. Slow down the speed. It's just a second line has to anticipate it and translate it into a good attack.
Yellow Basa already with 12. And just heads up, we mentioned this in the Open. Tots Carlos did not play a single second in their first game against PLDT because of a back problem. She had a wrap around her body that time, but now she's fit to play. But unfortunately, she and Basa share the same position. Basa's an opposite as well.
But again, you know, that's what I like about Creamline. The bench or the lineup is so deep, right? Injury or not, still deep. You can easily deploy it when they're ready.
So we'll see if Tots Carlos sees his action today. Two-time MVP, Open Conference, Invitational Conference. I'm sure a lot of people can't wait to see what she has, especially after her exposure in the ABC Cup for Women and the ASEAN Grand Prix. As Valdez scores, or they got set Domingo.
Wow, there you go. That's a trademark De Guzman kind of attack, quick attack. Not close to her, giving a 3-meter distance, make it really difficult for the blockers to anticipate.
Cheng to Phillips. Phillips is on a roll. MJ Phillips now with 7.
For me, it's Cheng's way of answering how the Lancer got a point from a quick. I'll do it the same. I can do that.
And remember, MJ Phillips only 8 points in 3 sets. She already has 7, and we're just in set number 2. She gets an ace, so she's already tied her output versus Choco Mucho today.
There you go. So, you know, when you're a middle hitter, remember, the setter gives you a set or not, you always have to jump. So every time you give your middle hitter a good set, motivation goes up right away.
1-2 play there.
It's a good dig again from Phillips.
Vander Weide.
And translate into an attack.
And don't look now, it's a 2-point advantage. The Angels are up 16-14 against the Cool Smashers, set number 2.
Oh, there you go.
Bingo Plus, the first live streaming bingo in the Philippines. 16-14, a 2-point advantage here for Petro Gazz after losing set number 1, 25-19 against Creamline. MJ Phillips, what a day for her, already with 8 points.
That's right. In a matter of just 20 seconds, she made a point on the quick, got an ace from the serve, and a very good assist dig for Cheng right there.
Vander Weide, back-to-back points.
Back-to-back points.
A timeout here. Just minutes after the technical timeout, Sherwin Meneses wants to talk things over. They're down by 3.
So, focus ang habit tayo sa offense. Hindi na sinesetan si Palma. Kaya mo siya kumuha. Marami pa yan, marami pa yan.
Yes, let's go! Let's go!
After a stellar performance in the opening set and control early in set number 2, what is Coach Meneses telling the Cool Smashers now that they're down by 3 in the middle of set number 2?
Well, first of all, I like how he recognizes the momentum of Petro Gazz is building up. And as the 7th man of the team, it's very important that you stop that train rolling in right away, you know? So that's a good move for Coach Meneses. Also a sign of maturity.
Phillips with a serve. De Guzman goes to Basa from the back row. A chance ball here. Oh!
Ooh, miscommunication.
Let it go. Basa wasn't ready for it. And the string of points. This run
That's right.
continues for the
Yeah.
Angels.
Well, you know, communication was their best asset a while ago. Right now, you know, some glitch in the system. They just have to go back for me. That should be Basa's ball. But I like how Petro Gazz is taking advantage.
And we're seeing for the first time a substitution here. Petro Gazz with a 5-point run. Michelle Gumabao and Kyle Negrito checking in for the first time. Michelle Gumabao, only 3 points versus PLDT, but every time she came in, she was 3 for 3.
Yeah.
100% efficiency from the field.
And that's what you like as a coach. You want that from the bench.
First attempt from Gumabao. Here comes Van der Weide. Negrito sends it to the other side. Galanza dug up by Phillips. Floor defense of the Angels. Much better
look
as
at
Van der Weide
Yeah.
knocks it in.
There you go. A good angle from Van der Weide. Always have to start with the patience of the first contact. Your team showing up patience, or Petro Gazz showing up patience on the first ball.
Ooh. And if you hear the roar, she is the reason why. Tots Carlos seeing action for the first time in the reinforced conference. Oh, poor pass. Gumabao. This is going to be a chance ball for the Angels. Cheng. Palma. Dug up by Valdez. Gumabao against 2 blockers. Sapete with a pass. Van der Weide. Atienza.
Really good dig.
Here's a chance for Tots Carlos. It's too close to the net. Blocked by Palma. Gumabao. Down the line. Outside.
Outside.
Oh. This is a 7. Is it a 7-0 run now?
Petro Gazz is really pressing it on defense against Creamline. And I like how their demeanor is right now. Confidence building up.
Second timeout for the Cool Smashers. 7 unanswered points. 6-point lead for Petro Gazz.
Malayo pa yan. Iikot pa yan. Iikot pa yan.
Let's go!
Coach Babes, what happened to the Cool Smashers?
Well, probably because of their relentlessness in the first set on all category, you know. Sometimes energy will always go down. And not only that, Petro Gazz is getting the rhythm, right? Their passing is working well for them. The digs are always delivering it. They're always delivering it to Cheng. Van Wilder giving an opportunity to make a strong statement hits.
Big question mark now is for the Cool Smashers. Can they get a stop here?
That's right.
They've allowed Angels to score 7 straight points. Another poor pass, poor communication by the Cool Smashers. Chance ball for the Angels. Van der Weide blocked by Gumabao. Battle at the net, won by Domingo. Oh, poor pass there from Van der Weide.
Okay, there's a chance for Creamline. Free ball.
Carlos
That's the first.
block. Gumabao, single blocker. Sabete, great position for the dig.
Defense on each side of the court.
Oh, and
Good
Van der
choice.
Weide with
No
an
whistle
off-speed.
yet. No whistle yet. It's alive.
Play continues. Van der Weide blocked.
Good block.
Pablo with coverage. Van der Weide off speed, blocked again by said Domingo. Van der Weide, third try is a tie. She knocks it in.
Relentless. I love that. I love that from these two teams.
What a rally.
Oh,
What a
look at that.
finish. What relentless
Yeah.
offense from Lindsay Van der Weide.
She took different angles on the side. Better yet, he said, I'm going to go over the block.
21-14. 8 unanswered points for Petro Gazz. 7-point lead. Palma.
Very good
And they
choice from
continue to
Cheng.
score.
I like how Cheng's making her decisions on the set. You know, making use of all the good passes here. Putting pressure against Creamline on the block.
And it's like the Cool Smashers got stuck in a loop.
Yeah.
And they can't get out of it. Basa is back in. So a very odd lineup here. Basa, Valdez, Tots Carlos, Said Domingo, and De Guzman for Creamline.
Yeah, but that's a good move from the coach, you know. Try to rest some of your first.
No receive, no offense, no defense as well for Creamline right now.
The nerves are settling in. You know, that's okay. One mistake against about 7 good passes on the first set. Acceptable.
You just saw Rachel Cabales, company head of Petro Gazz. And the hits just keep on
That's
coming.
right. Well,
Phillips with another ace. It's a 10-point lead and 10 set points for the Angels.
Well, you can see Phillips now getting more distance from the serve. You know what she wants to do. She's going to put more force in that.
And they keep targeting Eliza Valdez.
Oh,
that's outside.
yeah,
If she didn't serve out, they would have been on an 11-0 run.
Well, she has a luxury, you know. You have what? You have this kind of lead, you can go for a more aggressive serve, easy to go back to.
Creamline right now is stunned. They look shell-shocked. Can they recover here in set number 2? They get 2 straight points. There's a lifting violation going to be called against Palma.
Yeah, I think that's a good call.
Fernando Velarde and assistant coach Roderick Aford are arguing. But obviously the call will stand. So 2 set points saved by the Cool Smashers. There are 8 more.
That's a good serve, very aggressive.
Vander Weyden. Yes.
Over the block once again. She recognized the matchup. Her height against De Guzman. Take advantage right away.
Lindsay Vander Weyden. 13 points. Top scoring for the Angels. What a performance for her, and she helps the Angels tie this 1 set apiece, taking set number 2, 25-16 against the Cool Smashers. We're tied at 1 set all. The Cool Smashers winning the first set, 25-19, but Petro Gazz came back in the second, had the biggest lead of 10 points and won it comfortably, 25-16. Let's take a look at highlights of set number 2, Coach Babes.
Yeah, look at that. Like I said, Petro Gazz. Petro Gazz getting the groove on the defense.
It started out pretty tight between these 2 teams in the beginning of set number 2.
And, you know, with patience, just being there, soldiering it through, you know, cleaning your passes, cleaning your serves. Obviously, on the second set, you can see that they turned their serves into a more offensive one through Phillips, you know, taking advantage on, there you go, here's go the stats. On the attack, there you go, Petro Gazz overpowered Creamline on the second set, making 4 more points against Creamline right there. Outplaying also on the block, on all 3 divisions, no? Attack, blocks, and aces 3 points on the serve, and 1 only from Creamline, and producing less errors. And I think they're getting their grooves right now, and hopefully they can sustain it on the third set.
What a turnaround for Petro Gazz after struggling in set number 1. The way they manhandled the Cool Smashers was something else. As you look at the Creamline squad trying to figure out what happened.
That's right. But, you know, I'm going to give it to both coaches, right? Both coaches. You can see they're patient. They're not reactive as coaches. I like that. You know, if they need to soldier through, then so be it, no? And I like how they shuffle their players, Creamline, especially on the second set. And that's how you do it. You explore what are other possibilities. Whatever the result, be ready on the third set.
Sapete scoring only 3 points so far, but it was Lindsay Vander Weyden. 7 points in set number 2, 13 in total. Really helped the team push forward and overcome the comfortable play of Creamline in set number 2.
It seems like she played the role of the head of the spear for the second set.
So set number 3 just about to get underway right here at the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig City. Lindsay Vander Wady and the reigning and defending Reinforced Conference champions allow Yellow Basa to score the first point in set number 3.
What a great way for De Guzman to spread all the blocks out. She was running to the left side and throwing it to the right side, giving Basa an opening line against the block right there.
Yellow Basa, 13 points. Leading scorer for the Cool Smashers. A little combination play there between Sabete and Palma, but it goes outside.
Well, it's an attack error, but equally a good set for Cheng, leaving 0 block on the net.
Valdez. Cheng to Pablo with a push. Basa picking it up. De Guzman to Domingo. Pineda will underhand set to Sabete. And that is outside.
See what we're noticing here on the third set, a lot more rallies. That means everyone's paying attention on what each and everyone is doing. And I think we're going to have a good show today.
Good start here if you're Creamline. But they give up an easy point.
Still acceptable within the 8-point margin. But they got to manage that as early as the second part of the game. What's
Creamline need to do here at the start of set number 3, Coach Babes, after losing that way in set number 2?
Well, remember the aces that they had in the first set was clean attacks, clean passes. They got to retain that and maintain that. They still have their soldiers inside who are producing good swing attacks on the wide range. Keep on doing that and be aggressive and patient on the pass. And
meantime, if you're Petro Gazz, a bunch of errors to start set number 3. What do they need to focus on to get a 2-1 advantage?
Well, number 1, you got the momentum. You won the second set. So you just have to pick up from there. And again, the serve. You got to use your serve as an arsenal.
Pablo attacking. Good coverage by Eliza Valdez. Basa. Vander Wady picking it up. Sabete cross court. Basa with the dig.
Good
underhand set
on the sets for Cheng right there.
Here's Janelle Cheng. Pablo finds the opening. Valdez was far from the coverage.
Well, that came off from a 3-attempt hit from Pablo. Each and every one, different tempos, different speeds, exploring the court. That's how it is. Just be patient on the attack.
Good vision by Myla Pablo finding the opening. Bete with 3 points, coming off a 14-point performance. There's Gemma Galanza. That's going to be point number 5 for her. She did not score in set number 2.
Yeah. But you see, that's one thing you can expect from her. Consistency as an attack. Always forceful.
5 serving 2, set number 3. Pablo. Kayla Atienza picking it up. De Guzman back row for Valdez. Sabete with a dig. Janelle Cheng underhand set. Pablo again.
Eric, we are seeing here attacks on the wings, on the left and right and middle.
Let's go front side to Alexis inside.
We talked about Lindsay earlier. Let's talk about the power smasher reinforcement Elise Basa, who contributed 17 points last game. Kapitana Eliza Valdez deems Yellow as an open communicator, and despite the cultural and language barriers, they voluntarily made an effort to show action more than words during their trainings. And this helps Yellow get a deeper comprehension of how volleyball is played here. Michelle Gumabao shared to me that initially they did test out high sets due to Yellow's height advantage, but eventually she adapted to Creamline's low and fast sets. More than that, you'd be surprised. Yellow has been accustomed to Filipino humor and is having a blast with the Creamline family. Let's watch them bounce back this set 3.
Thank you, Alexis. Right now, they're holding on to a slim 1-point advantage. Basa on the attack. Off the block, yes.
So far at 6 to 4 points, we haven't seen yet a deployment on the middle, and that's okay. Because now you can see that both teams are being really patient, being tactical on their hits. It's really going to be a wing hitting game for these two groups.
You saw Tots Carlos, saw a few minutes of action in set number 2. She's A-okay to play. She's 100% today. MJ Phillips, yes. She's now in double digits, 12 points for Phillips after an 8-point performance in 3 sets versus Chocomucho.
And Cheng decided to speed up the tempo right now. Like what I said a while ago, right? Everybody's deploying wings. Time to disrupt.
De Guzman goes back to Basa from the other side. Yes!
I like how De Guzman does that set. Every time she goes to the left side, she goes for the opposite side. Very rare for some setters, you know, to choose that tactical side of the net.
Bangs Panaga. Here comes Vander Weide. Valdez fires one in, dug up by Pablo. Vander Weide off the Domingo block.
A lot of hits, a lot of strong hits, making it too difficult for the teams to pass it exactly on the setter's position, giving you a lot of offset attacks, and patience are being seen here on all the wing hitters.
Chance to tie again for Petro Gazz. They're only down by 1. That was touched by Bang Pineda. He tried to avoid it. Too late. 2-point lead for the Cool Smashers as we hit our first technical timeout in set number 3. Both teams trading points here in set number 3. Creamline Cool Smashers with a slim 2-point advantage in the third set, Coach Babes.
But you know what I like about the two setters? They're really being discriminating. Discriminate is not the right word. Very tactical on their sets, knowing when to deploy their quicks and hopefully disrupt the defense. And equally, the wing hitters are really relentless, no? And that's how it should be.
Basa, 15 points in the game. Vander Weide with 15 as well. Both imports really showing us what they're worth today. Vander Weide, yes, 16 now for Vander Weide. According to Coach Roderick Afort, Vander Weide very coachable. Instructions-wise, pag may sinabi kami, deliver agad. What a dig by Pineda. Chance ball here for Creamline. Domingo rejected by Palma. Here's Valdez. One-handed dig for Vander Weide. Pablo. Yes!
Very good decision from Pablo, but I have to give credit to Vander Weide right there. Not only working on the net when she's attacking, but also making a good read decision on the digs in the back. Coachability, eh?
Petro Gazz with a 2-point run ties the game. Remember, we went to the first technical timeout with Cool Smashers up by 2 at 8-6. Good pass. 1-2 play there for De Guzman. And
now De Guzman's getting offensive.
They were not ready.
Yeah. See, the small decision-making things and deploying it at the right time gives you a really sign of maturity for the team, no? Always a joy to watch.
Not a good pass there from Pineda. Jonas Sabete rejected. Galanza blocked. There is a net touch going to be called against the Angels. Rem Palma cannot believe it.
Ah, there you go, going down from the block.
Well, Cool Smashers with their own two-point run.
Good set from Cheng right there.
Good coverage by Atienza. Galanza drills that one in.
A while ago you were saying Galanza didn't make too much points on the second set, but I like how she's so consistent on delivering the attack. Brings the spirit up for the team to always showing, we got to do this, we got to go and be aggressive on the attack.
3 unanswered points for the Cool Smashers. Sabete down the line, yes.
Good answer, quick answer from Sabete right there.
Quiet 4 points for Sabete after 14 points in the 3-set win against Chocomucho.
Wow, look at that effort, eh?
De Guzman, 1-2 play. Janelle Cheng was right there. Palma will play setter. Sabete attacks. Dug up by Valdez. Poor pass. That's
there you go.
going to be a point for Petro Gazz. Again, a chance to tie for Petro Gazz. 10 serving 11.
Last 2 points. I think we're seeing that the right side is heating up. Sabete is right there, putting all efforts on the attack.
Ooh, but the service out for Palma. That's going to be service error number 2 for Rem Palma.
The effect, at this point, the effect on the serve error is you break the momentum, right? So I hopefully they can turn this service receive situation for them into a point.
2-point game. That's how it's always been. From early to mid part of the set between these two teams, it's been really close.
And you have to keep it that way if I'm them, no? Always keep it at a 2-point margin.
Galanza over the block. Pineda picking it up. Van der Weide, back row.
Good choice. It's a free ball.
That save is not good. It did not cross between the antennas.
Again, a good deployment from Cheng, choosing to go back row. A while ago, all the deployments were on the front row, so that's not an expected attack.
You love the effort, though, of the Cool Smashers chasing down the ball.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Again, a chance to tie for the Angels. 11 serving 12. A poor pass. Going to be a broken play for the Cool Smashers. MJ Phillips from the middle. Overpass. Here's Galanza. Wait a minute.
That's a good decision from Phillips. She was tentative on going for it and attack or just leaving it like that. Good choice.
That's 4 touches against the Cool Smashers. So the game is tied at 12. Now Angels can go for the lead.
That's a good serve.
Chance ball for the Angels. Phillips. Another broken play here for the Cool Smashers. Galanza, block. Panaga keeping it alive. Atienza sending it over. Chance to take the lead here. Pablo. Yes,
Good
they do.
Save from Pablo. That was not a perfect set from Cheng, but Pablo was quick to adjust on the floor. We'll see it here. There you go, quick adjustment. Well, we didn't see the adjustment on the footworks right there.
Timeout by Sherwin Meneses. Let's listen to Creamline.
Kasi pag nagdepensa yung bola natin, hindi na tayo nagsasalita eh. Loose ball, loose ball, loose ball. Pass ball, pass ball.
Energy tayo, girls.
Kahit pagka medyo nasa area na, siya na mag-set. Pero pag mataas, sige, kunin mo lang. Relax lang ulit. Masyado tayong nagmamadali sa lahat ng bagay eh. Ha? Let's go, let's go. Energy, energy! Hey, Creamline!
That's a good guiding line from Coach Meneses. They got to stay relaxed. From my vantage point, I think tiredness is settling in on the legs for Creamline, and I think for both teams, no? The team who will manage their energy well at this point of the game, I think will get the advantage right away.
This time around in set number 3, Coach Babes, Angels taking control much earlier.
Yep.
They're already up by 1. We're not even halfway through the 3rd set.
That's right. Well, it's a tandem situation right there. Sabete giving out a really tactical serve. And you got Phillips in the middle. Still up. The energy is still up. Legs are still fresh.
Take a look at Galanza, though. She is fired up. Cool Smashers want to go to her, get her hot, because she only has 7. She did not,
7
again,
points, yeah.
didn't score in set number 2. So they want to give her more touches here in the 3rd set. Myla Pablo, blocked. Nobody there defensively for the Angels. Cool Smashers with a mini run. They are up by 1.
That was a good hit from Myla, except that Creamline's blockers are set so very well right there. What they should have done, support her.
Good pass. MJ Phillips through the block.
There you go. Good pass.
Phillips again. Kyla Atienza was right there. De Guzman sends it to Galanza. 1-2 play for Cheng. De Guzman to Basa. Down the line, Pineda, what a dig. Back row, Vander Weide. Atienza, oh, beautiful defensive play. Basa, off the tape of the net. Pineda diving for it. Vander Weide, back row into the net. And she's upset at herself for the mistake.
I love the energy, though. I love the energy that Van Wilder went for the approach, have the energy, but I think it's still too into the end line. If the set will happen inside the attack line, that would be a good momentum. That set forced her to move back and stop.
2-point lead for the Cool Smashers. Remember, first technical timeout, it was a 2-point lead as well for Creamline. Can they go into the second technical timeout with a 3-point advantage? Pablo, what a swipe.
Good wipe off.
Very smart play. Myla Pablo.
You know, that's what I expect from Pablo and Galanza, and I'm seeing it right now, no? High tactical attacks, using all the arsenals in there that they have.
De Guzman goes to Basa. And Pablo was right there.
Pablo.
Vander Weide. Kyla Atienza over, receive. Phillips.
Ooh.
There's a net violation according to our second referee, Irish Santos. Cheng is arguing the case with our first referee, Fernando Velarde.
Well, let's see it from the replay right there.
Ooh, I don't know,
touch.
hard to tell.
Well, you can see the net move.
But the point was awarded to Creamline. They have a 2-point lead, 16-14, second technical timeout of set number 3. Whew. Just like in the first technical timeout, Creamline has a 2-point advantage, 16-14.
That's right. And Petro Gazz keeping it a still safe, comfortable distance from Creamline. But what I'm liking here is both teams are still completely composed. And that's what I like.
Gemma Galanza, 7 points. 3 here in the third set, 4 in the first set.
Good set.
Vander Weide off speed. Pancake saved by Valdez. Basa, cross court,
good
touched
angle
by
from Basa.
Sabete.
That's a really tight attack from Basa right there. Coming in, you see the angle, the blocks are really set up. She chose to have a tighter angle on the opposite left.
3-point lead for Creamline.
Good pass.
Vander Weide again blocked. Valdez,
Good support right there.
great coverage by Alyssa in the last 2 plays. Vander Weide again. This time,
Go.
irrecoverable.
You know, Eric, the points that both teams are trying to get are all quality points. You know, everyone is trying to push each team to really make a mistake. Look at that. Attack from a block, bounce off.
Phillips with a great serve again. Just remember, this is that same point in the second set when the Angels pulled away.
That's right.
In the MJ Phillips serve. Valdez!
Ooh, look at that.
Make sure that doesn't happen again, Coach Babes.
I know, eh? Very, very tight set. Very tight set right there, close to the net, too wide. Alyssa had to create her own angle right there. But you know, Alyssa, easily she can do that.
First timeout called by Coach Raul Ricafort of the Angels.
Nasa dulo pa rin kayo. Yung kanina kaya raming lahat yun. Hindi mo kailangan tunahan. Pero pag nandito ka, i-anticipate pa rin sa'yo dadaan. Ha? Sayang yung ganun, no? Hindi hard, sir. Sakto lang ulit yun doon. Ha? Kailangan ko na isang ikot. Yung set sa kanya. Dulo. Sakto lang.
In there.
Same. Same.
Petro Gazz!
Coach Ricafort, still cool. Right there, clear. That's one thing that you don't want to create here. Tension. You know, your team, although you're down by 3 points, but still giving out a good run on all aspects, defense and offense. Just got to be patient and put in a little bit more aggressiveness.
18 serving 15. Panaga with 4 points. This is going to be a broken play. Chance ball for the Cool Smashers. Basa. Off
dig.
Sapete. Another chance ball. Basa again. Single blocker. Yes!
Petro Gazz has to watch out for those off-speed attacks right there. You got to watch out for that. Creamline is very much capable of doing that.
And great hands by Yellow Basa.
That's right, yeah.
Even against the outstretched arms of the 6'3" Vander Weide. Just beautiful tip. Just enough to get it across and out of reach.
A good height, right? Good height, good speed.
Oh, Vander Weide.
Vander Weide making a statement right there.
That deserves another look.
Oh yeah, that's a very tight angle right there between the antenna and the hands of Basa. That's a small space right there. But that's what you see from our reinforcement.
3-point game. Basa. Ooh. Check ball. Yellow Basa again. After a 17-point performance for Basa against PLDT, she has 19 today.
It's like a mirror attack from Basa right there.
Let's go to Alexis Tinsay.
All of you might be wondering why Mommy Chisay and Gretchen Soltones are not spending playing time in this recent sets. Actually, I got to talk to Coach Raul Ricafort about him switching it up and utilizing players with height advantage, not just the speed, due to the presence of reinforcements. As you can see, these Angels are willing to step up no matter what happens, be it first or second stringer. Let's watch if the Angels can switch up the tables this remaining half of the set.
Thank you, Alexis. Service ace for Kyle Negrito. What a substitution for Sherwin Meneses. Carlos is in as well for Yellow Basa.
Well, for Petro Gazz, we are at the stage of the third set that we really have to manage the errors. You know, we saw this in the first set. They're now in the same situation, gotta manage it.
Both teams with 1 timeout remaining. Sapete off speed, rejected. Pineda Back to Sabete. Negrito will set it up. Valdez. Block.
Good block from Palma.
Oh, great save by Domingo.
Good
Sabete.
choice from Cheng.
Blocked by Carlos. Carlos with the up. Valdez, tough angle. Pineda with a dig. Vander Weide.
It's
Galanza.
going to be an offset.
Valdez
Oh,
through
there you
Vander
go.
Weide. And the run continues this time for Creamline.
Wow. Well,
What
you
a
see that?
rally.
The attack from Eliza Valdez right there is coming off from an offset from behind her. And yet she gets her position right away and shows the right angle for the block.
Final timeout here for Petro Gazz. We'll listen to Coach Ralph Ricafort.
Huwag nyo lang bibitawan. Same pass lang naman, straight ha. Alalayan mo na lang ng konti dito. Pero sakto talaga sa'yo. Sakto lang.
Okay. Sa akin yan, sa akin yan.
Five ulit, five. Go! Last time out to ha, last time out.
Okay, coach. Petro Gazz Angels.
Well, Coach Ralph Ricafort has reason to be concerned. This is a 7-2 run by Creamline to build a 6-point advantage, 22-16.
And this is, I think that was the last time out, right?
Yeah. For Petro Gazz. Creamline with one more timeout.
Well, the Petro Gazz players will just have to muster all their concentration right here. Again, work as a unit. It's still a long game.
And it starts with a pass. Vander Weide.
Right.
Yes, there you go.
Always, all the time. Vander Weide left with just one block, getting a good setup from the pass, and their setter Cheng.
Still anybody's set, although
Very
Cool
much.
Smashers with a good advantage here. And Janelle Cheng just not ready. That's why coaches always say be ready for the receive.
Yeah. I like, she's not ready, but she's there at the right spot. Probably a good overhead thing would work for her that way. But yeah, she's there.
Back to a 6-point lead for the Cool Smashers. Valdez throws a point away. They're only 2 points from winning set number 3.
Right. And it's still a good chance for Petro Gazz to take advantage of this situation. Eliza making an error. They just have to clean up their acts on the block, making a pressure against Creamline.
Nicole Chemzon seeing action for the first time. Did not score against Choco Mucho, but played in the first and third set.
That's a good serve.
Tots Carlos. Oh, yes.
Oh, there you
Making
go.
her presence felt. The 2-time MVP with her first point of the reinforced conference.
Look at that. Look at that. A hit from the right. Full approach. Over a block. On the side angle. Tots Carlos right there. Making her presence.
Philka Inglet Cayetano checking in. Second time for her to see action. Service specialist looking to give the Cool Smashers the final point here in set number 3. Combination play, a push. There's the save by Valdez.
Free ball.
Chance
for
ball.
Petro Gazz.
Pablo. Oh!
Yeah.
A missed tip from Myla Pablo.
Well, the set was a bit too wide for Myla. I think Cheng didn't see that Myla made an approach early.
And that caps off a 13-5 run by the Cool Smashers to win in set number 3. And they have a 2-1 advantage against Petro Gazz. There's the story so far after 3 sets. Petro Gazz winning set number 2, 25-16, but Creamline in control of the first and third set So it's going to be a big story here. If you're Petro Gazz, what you do here will determine what happens and the outcome of this matchup.
Exactly, it's what you're gonna do. But here, look at the points: 25-19, 25-16, and 25-18. It's really a game of momentum, and I like how the coaches are managing the team in terms of substitution and their demeanor when they talk to their players in the valuable 30-second timeouts that they have now. The players will just have to really be patient. There you go. Here, we'll see the stats right away on how each team performed on the third set. Creamline showing off their hardware and the attack segment, 15 points over 13 of Petro Gazz. Equal on the block, very relentless, both teams on the block. Creamline leading up on the serve, and Petro Gazz giving off your 8 errors. Again, it's a management of error. Again, it happened in the last segment of the third set.
That's right. And, you pointed it out, Coach Babes. In the second set, where Petro Gazz won, they only had 5 errors.
Yep.
First set, third set, Petro Gazz lost. They had 8 errors
That's
each.
Right. There you go.
So it was really a big storyline between these two teams.
Very much a storyline that they need to recognize so that they can use it. That, manage your errors. And that's it. And you can start, I think, with the serve. Just getting more, using the 8 seconds right there. Dramatically will give you a lesser error on the serve.
Well, Creamline, their chance to close it out. They won against PLDT in 4 sets.
Yep.
Will they repeat today against a different opponent?
Well, that's always the usual thinking of everyone, that you will always have the same result on the next. It's really, to be honest, really a difficult way to predict. But you can see it from, the energy. They had a good... Yesterday was a game of motivation and driven. They're very driven. Like what I said, they're a team with a vision in action. You can see it from every single point. So, but the thing is, you got to manage the energy. Creamline side.
And the one managing the energy and offense, of course, Gia de Guzman.
That's right.
Getting ready to serve to kick off set number 4. PLDT won in 3 sets in their first game against Choco Mucho. Right now, they're going to need 5 to get to 2-0 in the standings.
Very difficult.
In the meantime, Creamline only needs 1 set. And the Angels start off on the right foot in set number 4.
Again, with a good pass. Your steady position right here is Chen, obviously the setter. All you need to do is just give her a good pass, and she will definitely make decisions for you to make a point.
Much better received that time on the Phillips serve by Kayla Atienza. A tip by Basa, and again, Yellow Basa with just great hands.
That's right, yeah. Well, great hands, great read. You can see here her ability to shuffle the speed of her attacks, shifting from hard hits to just a tip. That's one good thing about volleyball. There's no 3 points or 2 points.
18 points now. Make that 20 points for Yellow Basa after a 17-point performance against PLDT. Vander Weide with a push.
There you go. A version of the tip for Vander Weide.
And Vander Weide with 20 as well. So these imports, exchanging punches.
That's right, yeah. Very good decision right there.
2 serving 1. Set 4. Valdez. Dug up by Pineda. Here comes Vander Weide again. Kayla Atienza over receive. Palma can't put it away. Basa against 2 blockers. Oh, yes!
Ooh. There you go. Basa got a very good distance set from de Guzman right there, allowing her to have an advantage right away. As you see it from there, almost 1.5 meters away from the block. And given Palma is not set perfectly against the attack.
21 for Yellow Basa off 18 attacks, with 2 blocks and 1 ace. One-handed set for Cheng, and Palma with a dump.
Very good. Desiree Cheng recognizing an almost overpass from her passer right there. Decided to do a jump set, one-hand set.
Angels holding on to a 1-point advantage. Set number 4. They need to win this to make it a 5-set match. Basa! Oh, yes! Yeah. Basa's 22nd point ties the game at 3. And I could see the lips of Van der Weide saying, me, it was my bad.
And it's been like that from score .1.
But she takes it right back, coach.
That's one thing you see from Van Weide. Deploying or making use of the back row that we don't see at this game. From Basa. Maybe not yet.
4 serving 3. Basa, there's a push again.
Well, that was what we're talking about there.
How good is she with those pushes and dumps, Coach Babes?
Say again?
How good is she when it comes to those pushes and dumps?
Well,
I mean, she seems to find the opening very easily.
Exactly, you know, the dumps is a very easy technique, but the thing is, what you see or what the spikers see and when to deploy it, I think she's excellent.
Phillips blocked by Domingo. Pablo off the block. De Guzman to Domingo. Pablo with a rejection. Galanza down the line. Yes!
Galanza as expected right there. Same force, same speed, but exploring the angle right there. You can see it, no? From her hindsight, she saw that space in between the antenna and the hands.
Cheng goes to Sabete against a single blocker. She scores.
And a good answer from Cheng, leaving Sabete with just 1 block.
I mean, these two setters really, I mean, unbelievable decision making today.
That's right. They're turning this volleyball game into a more like a chess game.
Yeah. That's why they're 2 of the best. Let's go to Alexis Tinsay.
I would love to share to the panel how Petro Gazz Angel Remy Palma loves the rivalry between Creamline and Petro Gazz because not only is it historic, it's also very nostalgic. And tuwing naaalala kong kaya namin silang sabayan, gumaganda yung laro at natutuwa ang mga fans, ika ni Remy. Given that they left the last open conference early, sisikapin daw nilang sumabak sa conference na ito on a high note kahit umpisa pa lang. More than that, it's giving room for the reinforcement to shine, but at the same time not letting themselves forget the responsibility of being proactive in court as well. Let's see if they can bounce back this set 4.
Thank you, Alexis. That's what they need to do as Basa sends it into the net.
I like it. I like it when you see how motivated the players are, rivalries or not. You know, you have to find the right motivation for you to give that extra push and an extra edge in the game. You know?
2-point lead right now for the Angels. Sabete taking a lot of that 8-second serve. As cross-court from Galanza is good.
Wow, that's one thing that I really admire with Galanza. The consistency on the speed you will see in her attack. Always there, never fades away. And discovering the right angles with it.
Galanza with 9 already. Said Domingo. Phillips. Oh, MJ Phillips with 14. And Petro Gazz takes us to our first technical timeout. They're up by 2, 8-6 over Creamline, set number 4. Back here at the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig City. Hashtag PVL asks an EJ Obiena question. He was here Last time around, Creamline played against PLDT. What makes volleyball so thrilling to watch? Use the hashtag PVL Reinforced Conference 2022. According to Kyle Mendez, it's thrilling because of the players' high intensity. There's never a dull moment in volleyball. Hashtag PVL Reinforced Conference.
And from Nis Dice, you know that what's fun in volleyball, that is knowing every role and all players should be at the moment to execute plays and win points. If one skill is missing, it's going to be difficult to get the goal.
And final tweet from Grace Velasquez: games being unpredictable is the one thing that makes volleyball thrilling to watch. We can never be sure of what will happen in any game and which team will stand out. Kaya kaabang-abang every game. Hashtag PVL Reinforced Conference. By the way, PVL, our hashtag is #1 on Twitter. Thank you to the Twitterverse and the netizens for keeping us the most interesting topic online right now.
#1, eh?
Yep. Sabete taking a while to get up.
Yeah, I think she fell on her right elbow right there.
Yeah. But she's okay. Stands up, shakes it off.
Yep.
Holding on to her elbow, but she will stay in the game. She's okay. Gives the thumbs up.
Yep.
Right. Galanza powering Creamline to a 2-point run. They tie the game at 8-all. Set number 4. Oh, nice serve. Pineda will have to set it up. A left hand for Van der Weide. She's blocked. Van der Weide tries again. Blocked again. Pablo for coverage. Two players collide. Pineda and Sabete. Basa against one blocker. That's picked up by Phillips. Van der Weide with a push. Valdez was right there. Galanza, yes!
And she forces her way through.
This is a 3-point run for the Cool Smashers.
Look at that. The blocks are set very well in front of her, but still forcefully going through the 2 blocks.
12 points for Galanza, a point shy of her 13-point performance against PLDT. And Creamline now on top by 1, 9 serving 8. Van der Weide. Valdez with great coverage from the back row. That's off the block and outside. Galanza continues to score.
Yeah, well, there you go. Galanza showing off, the relentless, showing the team this is not over. This is the right time for us to break away. And I think if I'm Creamline, this is the right time to break away.
And even if the offense getting a little bit predictable for Creamline, they kept going to Galanza. Angels still have no answer. No way to stop her. One-handed set. A block on Phillips by Panaga. Van der Weide. A little off speed.
Yeah.
Does the trick.
Face off for Van der Weide right there. You know what I like about Petro Gazz right now is they're being patient. The variety of Van der Weide's attack is paying off for her.
But we talked about this at the start of set number 4. Angels need to control their errors. When they hit 5 or more, they lose the set.
That's right. And they have to assign somebody from the bench to, hey, this is the time to really take your time.
11 serving 9, 2-point lead for the Cool Smashers. Palma. That's dug up by Valdez. Basa. Sabete with an excellent dig. Van der Weide. Chance ball.
Just to give it 3 ball.
Valdez with a tip. Pancake save by Sabete is no good.
Right there, the maturity. You know, very relaxed, knowing that there is a big space in the middle of the court. Didn't show off what she's planning to do, and at the last minute, making a change on the attack. That's maturity.
Galanza, 13 points, 11 attacks, 1 block, 1 ace. 3-point lead for the Cool Smashers. And in this kind of matchup, it's a luxury already, this kind of advantage.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And at this part of the game, which we were in the 4th set, you want to break away and get to the 15-point right away. And if you have that lead, I can say that's a comfortable lead. All you need to do is just maintain.
Ten serving 12.
That's a good serve from Cheng.
Basa, single blocker. Janelle Cheng with coverage. Pablo with the pass. Vander Weide. Atienza will send it back to Basa. Yes!
There you go.
Basa with 24. Vander Weide with 22.
These two reinforcements are showing what they can do. You know, they know Basa, he saw that the blocks are really set up there. I'm going to go for a wipe-off.
13-10, set 4. Vander Weide hits it off. Basa.
And Cheng answered back. All right, do your stuff, answer back. And gives it all off to Van Wyder on the right side. Same situation, through the block.
De Guzman to Valdez in the middle. Over received by Bang Pineda. Basa against single blocker. Yes!
Now, on this rotation, De Guzman recognized that she's got a full set of attacker right in front of her on that particular rotation. Getting the combinations, deploying the combinations right away.
But despite all the fireworks, it's just a 3-point lead. As you look at the numbers for Basa, so far her season high at 25 after putting up 17 against PLDT in their first game.
Oh, there you go, management of errors again.
And we talked about this about the Angels. In the first set, they struggled with their passing, with their receive.
Well, again, somebody has to remind these young ladies that it's still a one-on-one situation. A server will always serve to a single passer. Keep yourselves relaxed.
That's a little closer to the net. That was easily blocked. And Creamline, very comfortable advantage. Right now, they lead by 5 against Petro Gazz in set number 4.
Player of the day.
(16-11). Cool Smashers with a 5-point advantage. And with the way this game has been going, the kind of back and forth, the kind of exchanges, this is a luxury for Creamline right now. Remy Palma and company, though, they've shown us they can make a run. In fact, they made a huge run in set number 2 on 11-0 run that allowed them to win comfortably. So it's not beyond them to catch up, but right now they're, they have a lot of fixing up to do.
That's right. And not to mention Creamline, you can see they recognize right away on the 16 point. Not only that, their attack is consistent on the power, but now you can see that they stepped up on the pass and digs.
Here's Myla Pablo with a point.
Yeah, so this is like a conscious, automatic response from Creamline. And that has to be recognized by Petro Gazz. All they need to do is step up also, but keep their composure.
Service specialist Nicole Chemzon is in. Oh, great serve. Valdez blocked by Phillips.
That's a good block. That's a good
There you
block.
go.
Yeah. This is the first time that they blocked Eliza on that side, on the left, making a very deep angle, and that will pay off. Just continue on their patience.
A little 2-point run for the Angels can give them momentum in this part of set number 4. Oh, but Valdez takes it right back. You have the confidence of De Guzman. You got blocked, I'll give you another chance. Here you go.
Right, yeah. And You see, in that situation, I give it to De Guzman. Bringing down or confusing Phillips right there on the block.
Eliza Valdez, 11 points today after a 17-point performance. MJ Phillips, though, what a game. 15 points for Phillips. She only had 8 against Choco Mucho.
Yeah, but see, on this game, not only that she's making more points, but the way they're doing it with Cheng, you know, the timing is perfect, no? Relentless. She's always an option for Creamline to look for.
And here you go, seeing action for the first time. Aiza Maizo Puntillas and Chi Saet.
Change in the setter's rule.
The two veterans are on the floor. 38 years old is Chi Saet, but still one of the best. Oh, a 1-2 play gone wrong for De Guzman. How often do you see that happen, Coach Babe?
Well, that's a rare situation, a rare event for De Guzman. She just has to brush it off. No, but what I like.
Timeout here by Creamline. Their lead is down to 2.
Gitnawan tayo, isip natin gitnawan. Ha? Either si Gemma tutuloy ba o pick. Para si Listito medyo maluwag si Elis. Basta either wag lang to ha.
Coach, si Ate Myra po ba? Saan nakapwesto?
Hindi import.
Hindi, nakadikit sa
Yeah,
akin.
hindi tayo.
Okay,
Pero
malayo.
sige, kasi strong side ni Celine naman to.
Okay, let's go!
Hey, Creamline!
Lead of Cool Smashers was 5 at one point. Right now, it's been cut down to 2.
That's right, yeah. Well, I like how Gia, listening to the timeout, clarifying to Coach Meneses, where am I going to position? That's a very good situation because now you're opening up. One, Coach will know that your players are thinking inside the court, and that's always a good sign.
Great serve by Chi Saet. Broken play here for the Cool Smashers. Chance ball. Puntillas.
Wow.
Yes!
Well, Saet, as you mentioned, 35 years old, but that's what you get. Maturity, decision-making. I think that's a situation set by the center.
Quality minutes for Aiza Maizo Puntillas, making an impact immediately off the bench. It's a one-point game, chance to tie for the Angels. Basa, back row, it's outside. And Basa is upset. She hung on to the net. Coach Rick Alfort is saying there should be a warning.
I like it. A little bit of expression is always good to see.
Basa sits down, De Guzman as well. Negrito and Carlos are back on 17 all.
Oh, that's a very forceful serve.
Galanza roofed, but there was coverage by Negrito. The push goes outside. And now Petro Gazz on top by 1.
For Creamline, this is not yet a time to panic, but this can also turn everything around on them.
Chi Saet and Puntillas. I was about to say making a good impact, but the service error by Chi Saet there
I know, yeah.
ties the game.
Well, but she made that 2 points to go back, tie 18 all against Creamline. Unfortunately, made it an error on the serve right there.
Phil Cayetano will return, replacing Ced Domingo. Anybody set at 18 all. Oh, that serve is out.
That's a good eye from Van Wyden. I have to say, the 7th man of each team, the coaches, are really making good decisions today. Making good impacts on their decision-making on substitutions.
Petro Gazz back on top by 1, 19 serving 18. Negrito goes to Galanza with a push. Saet one-handed pass. Puntillas, yes!
Wow.
2 points off the bench, but really huge impact points
Very much.
for Puntillas.
You know, starting off on the game, I was wondering, why are they not putting her out on the lineup yet? But there probably is a reason, and this might be the reason. With fresh legs, she will be able to make a difference inside. Maiso.
20 serving 18. Not a safe lead, but right now, Angels will take it. De Guzman goes to Panaga, hits it off, Van der Weyden.
Wow, that's a very difficult set, very difficult timing. From De Guzman, tempo 1 we call it. Very difficult to angle out, and still got a point from it. Risky, I like it.
(19 serving 20). Chance to tie for Creamline. Pontillas. That's outside. Coaching staff of Petro Gazz complaining. They see it was on the line, but Fernando Velarde says it was wide. So 2 straight points for the Cool Smashers. Pontillas,
well,
no
we'll
argument. She's saying it's my bad. Let's take a look. Ooh, really close call.
Yep.
A service ace.
Oh, there
De
you
Guzman,
go.
what a time for that to come.
Wow. Look at the statement right there from De Guzman. Huh? If I'm gonna make a statement right here, get a point from the serve.
Cool Smashers back on top by 1. 21 serving 20. Set 4. A win here wins the game for Creamline. Petro Gazz needs this to make it a 5-set match.
Whoa.
That is on the line. Van der Weyden. Perfect shot.
She will answer back. That's a very long angle. You can't just let it go. Long angle, you have to stay with it until you're sure.
Phillips serving 21 all. De Guzman sends it to Basa against 2 blockers. Phillips with a dig. Van der Weyden, that was a little low. De Lanza. Pontillas picking it up. Saed sets it back to Van der Weyden. Valdez to Basa. Phillips. Pontillas is rejected. Oh, what a play for Panaga. There was a block. It popped up back in the middle as Panaga put it away. Take a look here. Quick reflexes by Pangs Panaga.
Oh, wow. It rebounded at the right spot for Panaga.
1 point lead for the Cool Smashers. We've got a timeout on the floor.
Kaya nyo yung mga bad goals. Tagal nyo mag-recover. Gigil-gigil kayo magreklamo eh. Iwan mo si Lindsay. Kahit run short, sinang 5 dito si Lindsay. Huwag mo nang madaliin yung mga pangit kasi kailangan nyo na tumataas para makakatalong din siya. Kailangan dumulog. Pasa mo na pasa.
It seems like Coach Ricafort wants to play for Van der Weyden.
Yeah, I mean, at this point of the game, you go for the most producing player. And you got to remind the team that you still have a very offensive lineup in front. Van der Weyden in front, Palma, and Pontilla.
Van der Weyden, 25. Basa also with, no, Basa with 26.
26, eh?
1 point lead here for Creamline, courtesy of the Panaga tip. Galanza, same output as the last game, 13 so far. Pontillas with a push. Panaga again. Valdez. Did it bounce? No, it didn't go off the Palma block, so the game is tied at 22. Substitution for the Angels. Cheng Sabete return. Side Pontillas will sit down.
Well, this can be a very good substitution. Petro Gazz on the serving station. Cheng has to take her time, get a really good serving offense for Creamline.
Can't get any closer than this. 22 all, set number 4. It's going down the wire, ladies and gentlemen. As expected between these two teams.
Good serve.
Serve could have been out. Valdez. Chance ball here for the Angels. Vander Wyde with the left.
Whoa.
Oh, what a push. Vander Wyde using the off arm and still getting a point.
Not a perfect set because it's not a perfect pass, you know. But Van Wyder used her swing and her reach, making the most out of it. Giving off a wipe off.
Angels up by 1. Timeout. Creamline will listen to Coach Sherwood
Pwede
Meneses.
tayo sa receive magpantay. Pwede tayo. Kaya nagkakailangan sa sa receive. Medyo pumantay na kayo ng konti. Ay,
Yes, okay na.
tumalong ka sa press.
Sige po. Okay na.
Press nila yan.
On how one good is
Tapos na dito.
Okay, and one. Anybody can set and then let's spike the loose ball. Let's go.
Hey, Creamline!
Happy!
So, what's the game plan for Creamline, Coach Page?
Well, at this point of the game, the basics has to be clean. No? Again, this is service receive on their part situation. Take it easy on the pass. Slow it down a bit so that the Guzman can set up the attack for them.
Cheng and company 2 points away from making it a 5-setter. Creamline looking to tie
Good
in this
pass.
sequence. Valdez. Chance here to make it a 2-point advantage. Vander Wyde. Oh, yes! Lindsay Vander Wyde with her 27th point puts Petro Gazz at 2 set points.
That's right. Well, with Van der Wyde right here, going over the block all the time, the last 2 attack situation for Creamline has to produce a strong statement attack on their side.
Cool Smashers with their backs against the wall here, down 2 set points. Basa.
There you
Oh,
go.
what an answer by
That's the
Yellow
answer.
Basa. 27 as well for Basa. She saves 1 set point, but there's 1 more for the Angels.
Yeah, that's the way to answer from Basa. Don't step down, step up, and answer them with the equal force.
There's a wet spot on the side of the Angels. It's getting wiped down. Panaga is getting ready to serve. Panaga, no aces so far today. Oh, make that, there's 1 ace for Panaga in set number 2. Oh, that could have been the 2nd ace.
Okay, free
Chance
ball
ball.
opportunity for Creamline.
Here we go. Basa against 1 blocker. Vander Wyde chases it down.
Good
No
choice.
good.
There you go.
2 set points saved by the Cool Smashers. 24 all. Those 2 points coming from Yellow Basa.
Well, that's the game plan. And the key there is the Guzman recognized that in this kind of situation, you got to go to your #1 hitter. And there you go, Basa producing it for them.
And at this rate, Coach, the higher scoring reinforcement will win the game for the team.
That's
28
right, yeah,
points for
yeah.
Basa, 27 for Vander Wyde. Chance ball for the Angels. Vander Wyde off the blocks, he ties. No, she puts the Angels back at set point here. 25-24. 28 points as well for Vander Wyde.
Wow. These 2 reinforcements are not letting go of each other.
This is like boxing now.
That's right, yeah.
Oh! That's gotta hurt. You worked so hard to get the set point, and she throws it away off a service error. Vander Wyde.
Well, but that's over now. They got to handle their pass.
That's 4 service errors for Vander Wyde throughout the game. Basa with a great serve. Pablo. Kyla Atienza, what a dig. Chance to take the lead and match point. Yes, there you go. Eliza Valdez giving Creamline match point, 26-25.
We got to be ready for this. This is now going to turn out to be a wing hitter. Eliza, there you go. Flying high.
Basa with the serve here. Angels need a good pass. They get it. Cheng, Vander Wyde, back row. Oh, Kyla Atienza, another great defensive play. Valdez for the win. Not just yet, says Pablo. Vander Wyde, back row again. Kyla Atienza. De Guzman goes back to Valdez.
Good
Valdez!
choice, good choice.
She picks up the win. There was a kill and a net violation as well, so you can take your point either way.
Either way, yeah. But for me, it was De Guzman who recognized that I will not shift. I will go for Eliza. She's not making an error. The momentum of Eliza were up high there. That set will go for Eliza, and Eliza sealed the point for them.
Cool Smasher fans delighted with the outcome here. Another 4-set win for the Cool Smashers. Extended in the fourth set, 27-25. But they go undefeated at 2-0 in the reinforced conference. Meantime, Petro Gazz absorbed their first defeat. They go 1-1. Cool Smashers remain undefeated in a 4-set win against Petro Gazz today. The Angels will get their first loss of the season after winning in straight sets against Chocomucho. Let's take a look at highlights of set number 4, Coach Babes.
Yeah. All right there, the ever consistent Galanza setting the tone on the attack right away from set 1 to set 4 for Creamline.
And both reinforcements exchanging huge points here. Eliza Valdez as well, finishing with 14 today.
And sealing it off, Valdez sealing off the game for Creamline on the fourth set. 20 points for Creamline on the attack, 17 for Petro Gazz, and overpowering attacks right there for you. Blocks, the same. Each team giving out aggressiveness on the block, but you see Creamline acing it up on the serve aces. And although they gave out a lot of more errors against Petro Gazz, but the production itself on the attack and the serves are really overwhelming.
Let's take a look at the highlights of Yellow Basa and her 28-point performance today.
So there you go. You know, Basa, she did not seal the game for the fourth set, but she, together with Galanza, she led the team on bringing them onto the winning 14 set. And most on the first set, building up the approach or the way they're going to be, how their offense is going to be. You know, always relentless, always with the speed, and adding more angles all the time. You know? And Basa delivered that to the team.
Let's go to Alexis Tinsay.
Here with me is player of the game, Yellow Basa, to say hi to the fans. There she is, very grateful for being here. And also we have here Gia Morado de Guzman with me. Congratulations, Ate Gia.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And Ate Gia, we know Creamline as a highly skilled and offensive team, but in particular, we know that you've trained for this reinforced conference and focused on your defense and coverage. So how important is being multifaceted as a player in this reinforced conference?
Well, the local level of volleyball talaga is very high, and then right now we have reinforcements coming in and making it much more difficult to win games. So we really had to step up big time in all departments. It's not just spiking, it's coverage, especially with tall blockers up in front.
Syempre. And you know what, Ate G, your teammates talked about you and your best effort to communicate with your reinforcement, Yellow. So can you talk to us about your powerful connection and your crucial adjustments for the next coming games?
Well, we're very fortunate to have Yellow in the team. She is very vocal. She knows how to speak to us, but at the same time, she's also doing her best to adjust to our system, which is very important for us because we really emphasize and take pride in our system. So it's a two-way communication when it comes to winning games.
Nafe-feel ko yung kilig dito sa connection ng setter-spikers. And syempre, may gusto ko bang batiin natin, Gia?
I want to greet my family, the Guzman family, Carlos family, Go family, and also Miguel and our Rubisco family also for all the support. And to all the Creamline Cool Smashers fans, thank you so much. Hope to see you at the games.
Congratulations again, Gia and Yellow, and to the rest of the Creamline Cool Smashers. More volleyball action-packed this Thursday. Let's go back to Coach Babes and Eric.
Thank you, Alexis. Our best player of the game, Yellow Basa, 8 over 28 points coming in set number 4. Terrific performance. This is after 17 points against PLDT. She had to double it up.
Yeah. And, well, you can see she stepped up. She knows that the Creamline and Petro Gazz has a history as being rivals, and she knows that. I recognize that. Delivered the base foundation for their attack. No, always relentless, like I said. No, always taking care of her right side.
We're going to be back here at the Phil Sports Arena, Pasig City on Thursday. Cherry Tigo crossovers at 2:30 taking on the Akari Chargers. And then at 5:30, Choco Mucho Flying Titans taking on the PLDT High Speed Hitters. That's all going to be live on One Sports. Earlier today, F2 getting their first win as they took down winless Army in the second game today. Cool Smashers tie at the top of the standings, 2-0 with Cherry Tigo as they drop their nemesis Petro Gazz to 1-1 in the standings. Thanks to our director, Alan Eddy. For Alexis Tinsay, my partner, Coach Babes Castilla, and Eric Lipan, thank you for watching our coverage of the Premier Volleyball League Reinforced Conference only here on One Sports.